begin by paying homage to the city of Arochukwu, its people, and particularly those in Ibom, the home of my mother of blessed memory. Aro Mmamanu, Bekembo Mmamanu, Ndewem Mmamanu, Ndewonu. It's such an honor to be amidst my people. History considers the leaders in trade, leadership, entrepreneurship, and catalysts for change. From the pre-colonial days, when the arrows spread across the length and breadth of the East, establishing trade posts wherever they went, to having female kings even before it became a thing, just like the Eze Aro, who we call Nnembo Kudomiri in the pre-colonial era, and even being able to contribute to the abolishment of the killing of twins with the effort of Mary Slessor. Arrows have been change makers and the first in many things. It's probably why I turned out the way I am today. I do credit my passion for entrepreneurship as well as its development and sustainability to the Arochukwu woman in me, and for that I am thankful. My work requires that I engage with entrepreneurs, and I've come across many people with business ideas, some good, some not so good, who want to launch those ideas into businesses. Some succeed while others not so much. And over time, I've recognized that there's a fine line that distinguishes the successful ones from others. And being so passionate about helping entrepreneurs start, grow, and thrive, I follow those lines, and it reveals some commonalities. I'll tell you the story of Amara and Ngozi. It's a good one to showcase those commonalities. So Amara and Ngozi both wanted to be fashion designers. Just after fashion school, they decided to start up their businesses. So Amara and Ngozi knew that they wanted to design clothes, but Amara was not particular about the customers she wanted to have. She was ready to wait for any kind of customer to walk in and she would sew for them. But Ngozi, on the other hand, was very particular about who she wanted to sew for. She wanted to sew for the younger audience, and she wanted to sew a particular kind of age, for a particular kind of age grade, and she wanted to sew for females. So she knew exactly her audience. Ngozi was also particular about registering, getting her company registered. She followed me up. She chased me, to ensure that she had the right structures in place and that she was able to fit into the fashion industry seamlessly with all the compliance structures and governance structures, financial returns and paperwork done. But Amara wanted to kick off the business, get on her feet a little before she actually came to get the structures in place. So she was taking her merry time. Ngozi quickly got a website and launched her business on the internet, and she started using tools that she got from the App Store and some free business tools to ensure that she was abreast of what was going on in her business. She was quickly recognized online, and she had several followers and sold very much on a daily basis. On the other hand, Amara would just go to her shop every day and wait for customers to walk in. In fact, she got a little distracted and started doing some bidding to keep her occupied. While she was doing that, Ngozi was actually educating herself on a new aspect of fashion that involved using art to display. And very quickly, she got recognized internationally and started having customers abroad. In fact, she had foreign investors approach her. Amara was not educating herself further. She just was stuck with the lessons she left with at the fashion school. So at the end of the day, who do you think succeeded? Of course, it was Ngozi, because Ngozi had a few structures in place. She had support systems. She had her exact product in mind. She had an idea of who her audience would be. She also focused on ensuring that her structures were in place, her sustainable structures were in place, and she was in using technology to pivot while educating herself. So it's through encounters with clients like Amara and Ngozi that I discovered that there was a reason behind the successes and failures of businesses, even amongst those in the exact same industry. I discovered that the successful ones had a network of facilities, tools, and people who provided them with the support they required to succeed. In other words, they had support systems in place. So, what are support systems? Support systems are a network of facilities, tools, and people who provide an individual or business with the support required to thrive in any given environment. There are five key elements which are essential for the success of any support system. It's called the PACE 5 theory of support system based on my findings. P is for product. Every entrepreneur must discover the product. It could be an experience, which could be a package experience, for example, a package experience to Arochukwu, or it could be your knowledge. It could be something you know and you know so well and that you can package into probably a course, or it could be a creation or a commodity, just like Amara and Ngozi had. A, your audience. You must also know your audience. You must know your audience in a way that no one else knows. This is called having a customer avatar, which requires that you must know their age, their demographics, their purchasing power, and where they hang out. You can see that Ngozi knew that her audience hung out in social media, and she was right there when they needed her. Your audience is your most important tool. They will guide your product evolution, and they will be your number one marketing tool, because there's no better marketing tool than the word of mouth. Sustainability. S. Sustainability means meeting the need of the present without compromising the ability to meet future needs. So what does that mean? We want our businesses to outlive us, and we want them to meet the needs of today without compromising the ability of meeting future needs. If we don't have sustainable structures, our companies will collapse and we will not be investor ready. So what are those structures we must have in place? The first one is legal structures. You must get your business registered. You must pay your taxes and do all those things that require legal attention. You must comply with corporate governance, meaning that you must manage and run your company in the way to ensure that it grows and thrives with the structures of transparency, financial reporting and returns, and compliance in place. It's these structures that will ensure that you are investor ready. You must do these so that you can also be investor ready, just like our brothers at Paystack, and of course, like Ngozi, who got recognized by investors overseas. Technology, T. You must leverage on technology, and where possible, go virtual, because the world has changed so much. And more we're seeing that being virtual is the way to go, just like I am with you today. So Ngozi was able to use business management tools to help her and social media. And these tools are even free in many ways. The Odoo's of this world, the SAPs of this world will help us to ensure that our businesses run well and thrive without making losses. So you should definitely look into those or contact me if you want to. Education. Educate yourself. As you can see, Ngozi educated herself and got to find out there was a trend in using fashion as an aspect of art, as an aspect of fashion. So she formed that mixture that made the investors keen on doing business with her. She read and she developed herself. Education should be continuous. You should be teachable. You must be ready to learn new things, and you must be ready to learn from the mistakes of others so we don't make the same mistakes. So if you were listening carefully, you'll find out I have an acronym there. PACE. And for any business operating with these key elements, I will assure you that they will thrive and grow. Michael Shue, an award-winning producer and writer, once said that you can't achieve anything entirely by yourself. There are support systems in place. That is a basic requirement for human existence. And I totally agree with him, particularly when it comes to entrepreneurship. So if anyone asks you how to be a successful entrepreneur, tell them this. As long as you have support systems in place and a little bit of Arochukwu grit, that's all that matters. Thank you.